And this is asylum seeker was arrested over alleged sex assault on a 10-year-old girl near Dublin Asylum Centre. They don't really say much about the person yet, but a man understood to be an asylum seeker. So a man, we all know what that means. An asylum seeker means illegal migrant. So we can all read between the lines on that one by now.
Well, it's in inverted commas in the Mail. The Mail aren't pulling punches there, rather. They're going, it's innuendo, basically.
Yeah. And what was really extraordinary about this one, though, well, one, there was these fiery ponies, which I should have got a video of, but there was ponies riding into fire. It was extraordinary. And then there was Doogie, what's his name? Doogie Beatty from GB.
Yeah,
he's a
Doogie
great
Beatty,
reporter. And he went in and they actually attacked him, the police, which was extraordinary. Let's have a watch.
Doogie Beatty is currently at a protest at a migrant hotel in Dublin tonight after a man in his 20s was charged in relation to the alleged sexual assault of a 10-year-old girl. According to reports, the suspect arrived in Ireland 6 years ago, failed an application for international protection in 2024 and has been the subject of a deportation order since March of this year. Doogie, thank you very much for joining us. I'll throw it over to you. Are you safe where you are?
Doesn't look it.
Well, we have just been attacked by the police themselves. We did what we usually do. We get between the lines and then we let the police go past the lines. But the Garda Síochána thought it would be better to pepper spray us and then actually smash in to the camera woman and then smash in to the camera, knocking us to the ground and pepper spraying us through. So it just shows you how much the guards have, and all my time as a reporter doing this in Northern Ireland, I've been in many riots and I have never ever seen the police attack the media. They have done that this evening, as well as another photographer. And if you're watching those pictures, you can see the constable making the conscious decision. He looks at me and then comes forward and openly attacks us. So now we're actually at a front line. You can actually just see behind us there, I don't know if you can actually see it, that is a line of Garda Síochána fully in riot gear, and just up to the right-hand side of me, probably 10 yards, is a line of rioters. This has really kicked off in Dublin tonight. There was about 2,000 people here. There's a police vehicle has been burned, water cannon is out, and the TSG themselves are having a hard time putting this down. The people of Ireland at this stage have said, no more, we want rid of these immigrants that are here. And of course, this is a presidential election weekend in Ireland. On Friday, the people here go to the polls to choose a new president for Ireland. This is not a good look for them at this minute in time, and it's definitely not a good look if the police service of the Republic of Ireland decide to openly attack the media.
All right, I got kind of carried away just watching that myself. Though it's kind of it's quite shocking, isn't it? I mean, to actually see the police charge the media and then pepper spray them. And he said that we identified ourselves as media. It's absolutely extraordinary. But this is how far they'll go to protect their sacred migrant child rapists. That's their absolute sacred class of people. And they know that the pushback is going to be massive. Nothing can really stop it. Now you've got people burning stuff, you've got ponies, you've got chaos in Ireland. I mean, Ireland are particularly, they're more, maybe because of their different history, they're not reticent at all about protesting this stuff. I mean, now we're protesting in this country as well with Epping and so on, but with Ireland, they're really like, no, we've had enough. And you can see the authorities losing control, losing their grip. I mean, it's all worrying because you wonder where this leads. But what did you expect when you brought in migrants who no one wants here? They're a massive economic drain, and then they rape children or assault them, allegedly in this case. So, and then the fact that you're charging at media and pepper spraying them suggests you're really losing it.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't a place on planet Earth where multiculturalism has been foisted upon a community where it's not being protested. And it's very rare to find an illegal migration hotel that isn't associated with a criminal element, right the way from just petty crimes like shoplifting, loitering, making a nuisance of themselves, all the way up to sexual assault. And there seems to be one nonce per hotel. And it's embarrassing for the authorities. And that's why you're seeing the reaction you're seeing. The police there, I mean, entirely overzealous, by the way. There was nothing else going on. There was just Doogie Beattie, his camera woman, and they probably had, knowing GB, they probably had one security with them, maybe two security, all of which were attacked. I mean, it wasn't like it was kicking off all over the place and there was a bit of a scrum going on. It was just Doogie, lovable Doogie. And they just decided to charge at him like they were bored. And they attacked the camerawoman. And then, okay, maybe that was a mistake. But then to pepper spray gives you an indication that that wasn't a mistake and they meant business and they were doing whatever they could. And what are they protecting? Because, like you say, they're protecting that they can do it under the guise of sort of community cohesion, which no longer exists, by the way. You can't have multiculturalism and community cohesion. You can have one or the other, because particularly when it's forced upon a community. So what we saw yesterday in Ireland is sort of endemic. Sorry, not epidemic. There's not another epidemic, guys. Not yet. It is endemic of what is going on in Great Britain as well. I mean, this is happening in Ireland. Ireland is suffering hugely with this, and that has a lot to do with the fact that they're in the EU and that moving across borders is a lot easier for those migrants. But we're seeing exactly the same problems. You put groups of Asian, Middle Eastern men without any women to speak of in one place, and they behave like sex-crazed lunatics who feel empowered and entitled to do what they want within the community. And, I'm fed up of saying things like, well, I'm sure there's just a small minority of these people that bad. Well, it doesn't. I don't think it is anymore.
There's Eritreans fixing the bikes of New Statesman journalists. There's those ones. They seek out the New Statesman journalists and fix their bikes. I'm not saying that didn't happen, by the way, but it's just so funny it's like, well, guys, think about the bikes. It's like children are being assaulted, but guys, your tire will get fixed. Like you wouldn't believe.